Hi ladies, today I want to show you this brush right here. This is our detail brush. I recommend this brush all the time for doing your contour, okay? A lot of times you'll see me pair it up with my blush and bronzer, sometimes even my 3D brush, because I love how this end right here is nice and flat so I can really get in and chisel my contour. However, you can also use this brush for your entire face, and I want to show you that today, okay? So again, we have this flat side here, which is great for blending, for doing contour. It has that medium coverage based off the bristles and how many are in there, okay? And then we come over to the side and it has that smaller side, which is great for getting into smaller areas such as the brightening highlighter under eyes, but you can also use this to apply your entire face just like the cheetah hack method, but only using a brush. So today we are only going to use the detail brush for my entire face. So let's get started. When I am using this brush for my whole face, I'm going to use the small end here to apply everything first. I want to start with my lightest colors first, going darker, okay? So that way I try to keep the brightness in those areas that I want it, and then I get to the contour at the end or some of my Bella bronzer, but I like to start with the lightest first and then move my way darker. So I'm gonna come into my brightening highlight color first, and we're just going to place in that inner corner and the outer corner here. And any excess I like to put in the center and come down. Now, you've heard me say it before. A lot of women love to bring that brightness down the center of your nose. You can definitely do that. I tend not to because I carry a little bit more freckling and some redness in my nose. So if I pull my brightening highlight color down my nose, it looks like I don't have the right color on and it shows my pores more. So if that's happening to you, you might be in the same case. So I just don't take my brightening highlight color down my nose. Next up, I'm going to come into my main color. I'm going to set my compact down, and I am just going to start making these little dots all over my face, just like the cheetah or zebra, and just start applying where I would normally put my main highlight. Making sure to also bring it down my neck. Now this technique I do like using, but just remember, especially if you are new to using this makeup, that we aren't going to put it anywhere where I'm going to put my contour color. I don't want to put any excess or duplicate layers of makeup if I don't have to, okay? And then I'm just going to use up what is on my brush and just take it down my nose. So that's where I want to use my main highlight color, is down my nose. Next up, I am going to come into a little bit of mango for color correcting my under eyes. So I'm just going to place a little bit of that mango there where I didn't put any of my brightening highlight color, and some here. Now again, you may or may not have this color. It's okay. If you don't, just skip right on past that. And then for me, I also have these freckles down the sides of my nose. So I'm just going to use up a little of that mango, and it's just going to help color correct. Now I'm going to come into my contour, okay? So here I'm going to just swipe it across my forehead like so. And again, I'm still using the small side of the brush because I want to use this side for blending, okay? But using the smaller end, you can still get super precise in cutting that contour right along your cheekbones. Okay, now I like a little bit around my lips here just to bring a little bit of definition, and then the excess I'm just going to pull right along my jaw. Flipping on into my lip and cheeks and my bronzers, I am going to take a little bit of bronzer right now and apply it so that way all I have to do is blend at the end. I'm also giving my contour some time to warm up on my skin. And now let's come into some lip and cheeks. I'm gonna come into my Desert Sunset, and I'm just gonna place that right on next to my Bella bronzer, because I love, if you guys haven't heard me say this, Bella bronzer in Desert Sunset is kind of my favorite thing. And now I'm just gonna take it and apply it right on my lips. Don't even have to get my fingers dirty. So it's taking some of that extra contour and Bella bronzer along with my Desert Sunset, and it's just creating the most beautiful shade of lip color ever, right? All right, I have my face on, okay? Now I want to blend it all in. So now I'm gonna come into that bigger end here, and that's where you're gonna get the medium coverage, and I'm just going to start blending this out. I'm gonna come into the areas where I had my main highlight color first, and just start blending. Blend a little bit around my lips where I had some of that contour, and now I'm just gonna come into my neck and pull that color down, and then just keep going here. So I'm going with my main color first, and let's come into that brightening highlight color. The nice thing about using this end of the brush, it does get into those crevices really easily because of that flat end here. So especially coming in around your eyes, it works fantastic. Okay, and again, there's so many different ways that you can use this brush, whether it's by itself, just like this, or if you are pairing it up with some other brushes, it does the trick. I'm gonna just pull that color around here, and then I'm gonna start blending up here. I already have my Bella bronzer, so it's just gonna start warming things up for me. And let's pull that contour into my forehead, back into my hairline, so it gives that natural illusion of depth and dimension. If you want to pull your hair back later in the day, you're not going to have that no makeup line. And now I'm going to come and start blending. So remember, I love this side for my contour. Even though I applied it with the smaller end of the brush, I can now push this contour right into that cheekbone, and then I'm going to start flicking that color up, and I'm blending it right in to that Bella bronzer and my lip and cheek color. So now I can do it all at once. The more that you flick, the more that color is going to dissipate, and you're just going to get that beautiful blend. And I take it again right back into my hairline. So if I want to throw my hair up, it just shows that beautiful natural finish. Okay, if you like to pull it a little bit, get a little fullness in your cheek, you can definitely do that, but look at that beautiful lift. Now let's come back over on this side. Again, I like to stamp using this end of my brush. I'm stamping that contour in. I'm not going down. I'm only flicking up, and I'm only flicking up in this area. Okay, and now I'm just kind of stippling and flicking that color back. Trying not to go into my brightening highlight color too much. I'm gonna pull some of that excess right around my jawline again. Might even pull a little down the sides. And make sure both sides are even. What do you ladies think? This is the detail brush. Fantastic for blending. I like to pair it with some of my other brushes, but by all means, you can use it on your own. I'm gonna come in, just fluff out those eyebrows, but it gives that medium coverage look and feel. You still get the total coverage. I love having this smaller end for coming in and getting in around my eyes, even applying my lip and cheek color, but now I am set all with the detail brush. So there you have it. Any questions, let me know, but that's how you use a detail brush all on its own to do your entire face, and you are set for the day.